Ooh, 25. $24. I'm definitely very curious about the sort of nature of this mountain, right? Because it seems to have this whole thing of like bring out the worst parts of yourself and make you face them so you can grow or whatever. Well, honestly, now I'm wondering if like these little markers here are like, is this like the intended path up the mountain? Because the implication that I get from, you know, this level as a whole is that there are multiple routes up the mountain. So is this like just something everyone has to go past, or is it just one of many options? Or alternatively, is the mountain like, you did it, you faced your inner demons, here's confetti for you. You did it, congratulations. Like, I just love the idea of like, you know, sentient mountain makes you go through like these trials and shit to like overcome your own inner demons. And then once you do, it just is like, yeah, you got this. Have confetti. And like a cool countdown to like the end. Yeah, I'm just gonna activate the checkpoint so I don't have to do that a little bit every time. Should have been doing that sooner. I keep forgetting about like the way you sort of hug surfaces in this game. Wait, do I even need that little ledge? I don't even. Nor do I need that springboard. 23! Getting the strawberry. Oh, for fuck's sake. I need to remember to just use one. There we go. Okay, I might actually want to, like, go over to the left there. Hey, here we go. Oh, right. $22. $21. Obviously, I gotta get the strawberry. I mean, obviously. It is funny just how this series sort of, through various reasons, various trials and tribulations, I've put off finishing this series for so long that it's been, like, how long since I started this series? Like, so much in my life has changed since I started this series. Just purely because of the fact that I kept getting delayed by, like, other series that I, you know, simply wanted to have higher priority because, you know, there's some games I just gotta do before they get spoiled to me, and, you know, this is not a game I see really talked about in the story context enough for much to get spoiled to me. 20! But yeah, as a sort of consequence of that, you know, the series has just kind of been on the back burner from time to time. It's absolutely at the top of my list of things I want to finish, but at the same time, it's totally the kind of thing that if something big like Undertale Yellow comes out, there's, like, seemingly no harm in just... Oh, that's a weird, like, sort of cut-off there. I don't think they intended you to see that. The little secrets here. Oh, ah. Where was I going with this whole rant? There was a point to it, I promise. Hang on, let me try to remember. What was I gonna say? Oh, right. I remember. I remember what the point of that rant was going to be. So, I started playing this game, honestly, relatively early into, you know, me doing YouTube in general. Well, maybe not necessarily in general, but like, as far as I like took it super seriously, 19. So, okay, you can't go back down there to whatever that screen before was. Oh, lower gravity now? So we had higher gravity before, but now it's lower gravity. But I think what I'm trying to say, 18, is that I didn't really know as much what I was doing with Let's Playing games in general back when I started this game. And I think this is... No, it's not apparent anywhere more than it is in the fact that originally I had to like ask myself whether I wanted to go for all the strawberries. And I think, like, honestly, with how long ago I started this game, it's been long enough that my sort of view on games in general has changed, which is weird to think about. Right, nowadays, I'll look at a game and be like, yeah, of course I'll complete it, unless it's, like, really annoying or stupid to try to complete it. You know, of course I'll, like, do everything I can until I get bored of it, why would I not? But then rewind to when I started this game, and I did not have that mindset. I was like, I might, I'm not sure. But now I sort of view, you know, doing everything I can as almost a sort of default, unless it's the kind of game that doesn't really, you know, make that a good or fun or interesting process for Let's Plays, you know? A game like this, with a limited number of challenges that you can do, with a reasonable amount of time that it takes to complete them, is absolutely something I would, you know, do, like, as completionist as possible. Right, there is totally stuff in this game that I'm going to give a try, but I can't guarantee that I'll actually beat it, you know? Like, I've heard some things about the super hard, like, bonus levels in this game. Like, the B-sides are apparently nothing. 16! But, you know, again, like, unless a game is, like, just really annoying or stupid, or just unfun or uninteresting to try to complete, I'll try to complete it. I mean, I can look at my Undertale Yellow series, where I basically, like, combed through the whole game to find, like, every secret I possibly could. And again, like, you look at the beginning of this series, and I'm like, oh, I might get all the strawberries. I don't know if it's something I want to do, or what. Like, I was sort of uncertain of, like, what the best experience would be, you know? Ooh. Well, I did it. I don't know if that was the intended way, but I did it. 15. Is there something over there? Why would that little thing be there if there's nothing over here? It's weird. Oh, there's totally something over there. Okay. But yeah, that, like, it is just funny talking about, like, personal growth and stuff like that, with, like, this game and its message and stuff like that, and then you can sort of, like, apply that to me becoming more, like, sure of myself when it comes to making videos and stuff like that. Because at the start of the series, I had no idea, like, to what extent I would play games. So I just, like, do the bare minimum, just do the story and then move on. Or do I, like, try to be completionist about it? Now I'm, like, full-on secret hunting as much as I can in certain types of games. Which is definitely a... What, that was hidden by the clouds. Definitely a very big shift in the sort of way I approach these. Maybe I'm just making it up and nothing actually changed. I mean, there was that, like, video I did on Alpha Chef where I had a hunch that something special would happen if you did the entire, like, thing no-hit. And so I did it, just to see what would happen. Yeah, that's definitely the way to go over to the right. So this over to the left is definitely bonus stuff. I will see what's over here, if it's the last thing I do. Okay, there's no point in going all the way over to the left there. I would want to go to, like, the split path thing. I'm gonna try, like, the left side this time. Oh, there's a cloud there. Wait, 17? What do you mean, 17? I'm very confused what it is I'm, like, finding over here. Man, that is difficult to get down there. I can't even entirely see, like, what is down there, precisely. Hey, is this really just an earlier, like, part that I already went through? I can't tell. It's been long enough that I don't remember what it looked like. This feels like such an intentional secret, right? Like, they have it so you could just barely get over here. Right? That seems like such an intentional thing. Yeah, that just seems like stuff I already did. Why is there, like, a big secret path to go back to it, then? That's so weird. Like, it seems so intentional, because it's just barely, like, possible. Like, they didn't have the spikes go high enough to just block you from going that way. They left just enough room for you to get through there. But again, that feels intentional. Whatever, it's probably nothing. Maybe just, as weird as it seems, might just be unintentional. I don't know how something like that could be unintentional, but I've been proven wrong. God, really? That was all the climbing I could do because of the limited stamina. Again, like, the stamina system is, like, the one thing I really don't like in this game. Well, besides all the other stuff I don't really like in this game. The weird bumpers, the wind. Mainly those things, just all those. Finally. Ah. This is a very interesting sort of mix-up at the end here, where they have this whole sort of screenless approach. For the entire game, your checkpoints are determined by, like, the edge of the screen. But now you're just sort of freely climbing with these checkpoint objects instead. Certainly gives the final act here a very unique feeling that no other section in this game has, because no other section does this. 12. I tried to press right after I dash. No secret there somehow. Oh right, the wall that I gotta grab onto. Ooh. 11. Ten. Oh no, I needed another dash. Imagine I should first tried that though. There's gotta be like a full no deaths playthrough of this game, right? People on the internet are insane. Oh fuck, right? There we go. Ah, could have held left sooner. I didn't want to run into the spikes though. Nine. And how do I do that? How do I do that? Oh wait, hang on. Oh, it's one of these. Damn it. Okay, I could do this. Ah. Alright, that's... I did it? That's weird. Alright, duh. Keep forgetting what I'm meant to actually do here. I actually succeeded at, like, the wrong way that I was trying before. Ah, could dash sooner. 8. 7. Ah, trying to save my dash. Teamwork! 6. Oh, it's over here. Now just a ledge that exists for no particular reason. Five. Ah. 4. Now they give me binoculars. Oh. Oh. Wait. It has it on like a snake-like path instead of just going directly up or down. That's interesting. So how much do we have to deal with here? There's 3. There's 2. There's 1. And nothing too spectacularly difficult before reaching the summit. Yeah, that's right, it's inside, isn't it? That was an interesting little thing that it had. Just kind of stare at it before it, forced me back down. I want to make sure I didn't, like, accidentally skip something. Okay, no, just pressing any button causes me to return here. That makes sense. Well, let us begin. Ah, I tried not to hold right, but it ended up happening by accident anyway. Ah, didn't regenerate fast enough for me to land on it. Oh well. Now I'm used to like the low gravity and I'm confused. Nah. So the gap between checkpoints and somebody who's good to make them real brutal. Oh, I gotta go down. Ah. This is tricky. Three. Ooh. Two. That part wasn't nearly as tricky as I thought it was going to be. Oh, duh. I got so used to the feathers for some reason I thought that was a feather, even though that's clearly stupid. Ah, I should have done it at diagonal angle. I pressed dash button, come on. Oh, I didn't want to do it diagonally at all. In lesser games, I would have just hit my head on the ceiling there. One. The end is in sight. Everything we've worked for. Everything that it's taken to get here. The end is finally at hand. Yeah! We actually did it. Can't believe it. Wow, it's so beautiful. Look at how far we've come. I'm glad I got to see this before I... Well, before I... Oh, right. When we leave the mountain, you won't be able to talk to me anymore. What? No. At least not like this. Yeah. I know that we need to go home eventually. Well, I mean, that other, like, crazy old lady seemed to make it work, so... I don't know. I know that we need to go home eventually. But it'll be scary to lose this body. You'll still exist, though. You were part of me before I came here. Yeah, I know. I'm gonna have to depend on you to listen to me. Even if I can't talk to you in person anymore. I just can't go back to how it was before. Before the mountain. Don't worry, I can't go back to that either. I really want us to work together from now on. I believe you. But I'm still nervous. So, now what? Let's just enjoy this for a bit. Tell us we get like a cool, like, image of the view that they have. Yeah. What a wild ride. It's still not over, obviously, because, I at least want to give the harder, like, bonus stuff that I know exists a number of attempts before I completely give up on them. Don't worry, I'm not going into the stuff beyond this with the expectation that I'll actually beat it. But I at least want to, like, give it a try. And if I feel like I can stick with it, if I think I'll have the patience for it, then, I'll stick with it. But if I get bored or too frustrated or what have you, obviously I'll just stop. I think that's the best approach overall. But it would be a shame not to try, right? I've at least got to give it, some attempts. I've at least got to give it until I get bored or frustrated or it feels tedious or, what have you. Whatever ends up getting me to quit, I'll at least persevere until then. But I'm not just gonna like die 5 times and be like, well, I'm done. I am gonna give it a good, honest try. I will actually seriously attempt it. But again, do not expect me to actually do it. Because again, I've heard things. I've heard things. Like the developers seem to treat even just getting the strawberries as like this optional thing. Like, oh, you don't need to do it. I mean, you can brag to your friends if you do it. Feel free to go for it if you want to, but you don't have to. Like that's how they treat that stuff. Then absolutely, like the other stuff that I've heard about is far past that point. Like you really probably don't need to torture yourself with harder stuff unless you just really, really, really want to. Which I'll see how I feel about it when I try it. I did enjoy the B-sides quite a bit, and I'm interested to see what the B-side for this stage looks like. And of course, I'll be checking to see what strawberries I missed and, try to see if I could find the rest of those weird gem things to unlock the heart thing. But, yep, that's about the plan. I do like that they just let you actually like appreciate this view for however long you want. It really is like a nice little immersive thing when like this game just does a lot of really cool, very immersive things. Like first of all, letting you just chat about nothing with Theo for a long time. Just have a nice, fun little conversation. Just hang out, talk about whatever comes to mind. Just chill. Like I love stuff like that, and in this case, they your like character says they want to just stop and admire the view, and they let you, the player, you know, do that to whatever extent you want to do that. It's a nice backdrop while I ramble about stuff that I plan to do with this series. That's for sure. So that is pretty convenient. It may be a bit premature considering I haven't even, you know, finished everything I want to try with this game, but if I had to like give my thoughts on this game right now, because regardless of what comes after this, this feels like a good time anyway. I just want to say that this game is phenomenal, right? This may be like my favorite precision platformer ever, which I know that's not saying a ton, considering that's like a subgenre of 2D platformers, which are already just a subgenre of like platformers, or even just limiting it to games that are purely platforming, like you know Sonic is a platformer, Celeste is a platformer, Pause Ahead is a platformer. All in all, this game is a amazing experience, and I would recommend it to just about anyone who's interested in tough little platformers like this. It's not like absurdly difficult, so like I want to be the guy. Trust me, I tried I Want to Be the Guy. I'm not even the kind of person who really rages at games. I just get, like, annoyed and frustrated and just bored. You know, when I tried I Want to Be the Guy, and I was recording because I thought I was going to make videos about it, but the recording ended up just being, like, unusable. Like, I didn't really feel like publishing it. Maybe I'll dig it up, like, desecrate its grave and, publish that someday. Just never really felt like something that I thought was worth posting because I just got bored. I just did not like I Want to Be the Guy because it is the worst kind of challenge. But this game, it's not perfect. I'm not gonna like lie to you and say this is like a flawless game because there is no such thing as a flawless game outside of Factorio. I'm joking, of course. There is no such thing as a flawless game. But yeah, when taking into account this game's strengths, its weaknesses, things I like and don't like, and the genuine efforts made by the developers to make this game as, nice to control and fun and fair as possible. I don't know, a few like bumps in the road here or there can't really take away too much from the fact that for like 99% of the time this game is really, really good. All like the level gimmicks for each of the areas. Again, I maintain that my favorite is like the like jelly stuff from that one level. I'm also a sucker for just like chase like gimmicks in platformers like this where there's like an enemy that follows your exact path, and so you've got to plan your route in order to not bump into where you were like 2 seconds ago. I think stuff like that is pretty cool. That stage in general just has my favorite everything. My favorite gimmicks, my favorite music, my favorite B-side music. I mean that one was made by the person who made FTL's soundtrack, so I'm not entirely surprised about the fact that that's like my favorite song. I've already went ahead and like added it to my music folder so I could listen to it. What was it called? Like Black Moonrise Old Site, I think. I don't know. I don't remember exactly since I'm never actually staring at my music programs. I don't see the name that pops up when it starts playing, but when it does start playing, oh boy, I like that song. It's a good one. And everyone who contributed music to this game, the original composer of this game, everyone who also contributed their own songs for like the B-sides and stuff like that. Everyone, except for that person who made the B-side song for that one level at the Wind. Well, even their song is probably good. I just don't like it. It's a personal preference thing. I recognize that. I'm sure they worked hard on it. I'm sure they're proud of it. I'm sure it's someone's favorite song, but I never want to meet that person. No, I'm kidding. All in all, this game's just great. I also love Madeline as a character. I also love Madeline as a character because, as awful as she is for a good while, you know, it's a classic redemption arc. I love those. And now they're all buddy buddy and friends and stuff like that, and I love it. Man, the only thing that could make like this scene in front of us any better is if Madeline was like sitting next to her. I wish that was the case. That would be awesome. But alas. And that seems to be the end of that. And it seems we are going down the mountain. And oh my god, that's great. Ah, little picture. That's cute. I love this sequence. This is so good. Normally I would talk about my thoughts on the game and stuff over like the credits, but just watching the two of them walking together is so like sweet that I like to just watch this. Oh yeah, they have a little illustration of what's happening on the side. I love that. Oh my god, that's adorable. Good to see Oshiro's happy and everything. Oh, yeah, it's a bird. Here to order it up. Never mind, no reservation for the bird. Oh hey, there's another Grayson in the credits. That's me. I'm every Grayson. Right, that's just a thing that she could do. That is hilarious, just imagining her doing that casually, not part as like an attack or anything like that. Oh my god, they have the illustration of it. That's great. Here's the bridge that like collapsed at the beginning. Pretty sure anyway. Final picture. There's the two of them, and there's the bird. Aw. Thanks for playing. Thanks for making this game, developer. I would call you by name, but I only saw the name that was in the credits, and I know that's not their current name. Hey, welcome back. Madeline, did you make it to the summit? Yeah, we did. It was incredible. Beautiful, isn't it? I didn't think it would be worth it, but it totally was. I should have given you my phone so you could take the ultimate selfie. Of course. Good old Theo. Good evening, everyone. What are you doing here? Hey, be nice. Little bird told me there was a... I don't remember how I voiced this guy, so I'm figuring it out. A little bird told me there was to be a party. RSVP by bird, positively magical. But if I am unwelcome, I shall take my leave. Please stay, Mr. Oshiro. It's good to see you. You know, this is the first time I've seen you outside of that hotel of yours, Oshiro. I'm glad you made it. Madeline here is baking us a pie with all the strawberries she's been collecting. Oh. Oh, that's wonderful, Miss Madeline. I haven't had strawberry pie since I was a kid. This is gonna be amazing. Don't get your hopes up. She's not much of a baker. Oh, you. You also said I wasn't a mountain climber. True. I can't promise it'll live up to the hype, Theo. But I tried my best. So, how's it taste? Aww. Madeline, this is the best thing I've ever tasted. I wonder if that changes depending on how many you've collected. What happens if you've collected 0? Come on, be honest. He's right, dear. This is delicious. It's truly magnificent, Miss Madeline. A symphony for the taste buds. Can I take partial credit for this? Wow, thanks everyone. I worked really hard for it. Aww. 175 is the total number of strawberries. So I've missed, I'm terrible at doing math in my head, hang on. 16? I think that's right, yeah, 16. I've missed 16. And total number of deaths is 4,442. Whew. This is adorable. Again, this little thing here. Wait, the epilogue is just like a thing that I can access on here. That they knew that I would want to see that again, but like after you've gotten all the strawberries. They knew that I'd be back for that, so they decided, what? Why have the player go through all the like ending stuff again, like do the whole final section when they just skip to the epilogue. Okay, so I missed one here. Missed two, 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 one, one, and two. Nice. And of course, there's the B-side. There seems to be a new thing that I unlocked. Chapter 8, Core. So, I don't remember, like, all of what I've heard, but I am aware of some vague idea that there is, like, DLC to this game. Like, some stuff that was, like, added later. I'm guessing that's what this is. I'm guessing. But let's not worry about that right now. See, we've got all these nice stats here. Versus Summon has 527 deaths, naturally. Second most out of anything in the game so far. Speedrun records. Yeah, I'm not much of a speedrunner on stuff when it comes to stuff this long. I like me some good, like, time trials, but not on levels this long. So, not happening. Fewest deaths. Ooh, that's interesting. Well, I think that's enough for right now. I will be coming back to try to get the rest of the strawberries and the gem things. But, 2.5 hours is a good amount of time to have been recording. So that's where I shall leave it for now. Goodbye for now.